Okay, today, the name of the title of the Dhamma talk is the miracles and the Buddhasāsana. I will preach the Dhamma taken from Kevada Suttas of Digha Nikaya. This sutta was given by the Buddha when the Buddha was dwelling in Nalanda city. There's one mango garden, namely Pawarika. When the Buddha was dwelling at Pawarika mango gardens together with many bhikkhus, there's also one rich man in Nalanda city. He approached the Buddha. Then he has conversation with the Buddha. After some time, he requested the Buddhas by saying sentence. Okay? This Nalanda is rich, prosperous, populated. There are also many people in this Nalanda city who respects the Buddha, who reveres the Buddha, the Dhamma, and the Sangha. So if a Buddha asks one bhikkhu to show psychic power, supernatural powers, then the people from these cities will revere, will respect the Buddha more than before. Then he requested the Buddha. Okay? So please appoint one bhikkhu to show Uttari Manosa Dhamma 80 Patihariya. You know, Uttari Manosa Dhamma, Uttari Manosa Dhamma, Manosa Dhamma means human beings Dhamma. Uttari means more higher than human beings Dhamma. Then Manosa Dhamma, human beings Dhamma means, you know, 10 wholesome causal actions. Or abstaining from, you know, killing living being, abstaining from stealing others' property, abstaining from doing such a misconduct. In the same way, abstaining from lying, abstaining from slandering, pisuna vacha, okay, musa vacha, pisuna vacha, then frusa vacha, abstaining from harsh speech. Samphabalapa, abstaining from vain talk. 4 vajitocharita, abstaining from 4 verbal bad actions. Temano docharita, abheja, thinking about others' properties to take improper ways, with improper ways. Vyabhada, thinking about others, thinking to kill others or to torture others. Mecha deities or thinking about wrong views, holding the wrong views. If they can abstain from those 3 mental bad actions, they will be abstaining from mental bad actions. So altogether, 10 Manosa Dhamma, wholesome causal actions. Then normal human being, sure, they can abstain from those 10 unwholesome causal bad actions. So when they can abstain, they are good person in human communities. They are good persons in human communities. Then Jhana, Mega, Phala, Nibbana. These are the Uttari Manosa Dhamma. Those Dhammas are higher than human beings' Dhamma. No mere human beings cannot attain such kinds of Dhamma. That's why they are called Uttari Manosa Dhamma. When they attain jhanas, Uttari Manosa Dhamma. When they attain jhanas, based on this jhana, they can also practice abhiññāna, psychic powers. Okay, the 80 PATVH. Then they can show many miracles. They can show the many miracles. This Nalanda, the Kevata rich man refers to this 80 PATVH. And he also requests the Buddha to appoint one bhikkhu to show such kinds of psychic power or supernatural powers to the human beings in Nalanda city. Then Nalanda city, the people from the Nalanda city will respect, will revere the Buddhasāsana more and more. This is his intention. Then the Buddha rejected. Kevata, I didn't ask any bhikkhus request of Kevata. Then the Buddha explained 3 PATVH miracles. There are 3 miracles taught by the Buddha. What are the 3? 80 PATVH, the miracles of psychic power. Number 2, Adesana Parihariya, the miracle of telepathy or mind reading. Number 3, Anusasani Parihariya, the miracle of instructions. What is the miracle of psychic power, 80 PATVH? If they have a kind of supernatural powers, psychic power, then although he is alone, then he can create many bodies. Buddha Bihotwa Eko Hoti, after creating many bodies, then he can also create only one person. Using this psychic power, 80 PATVH, then he can also go to anywhere. For example, penetrate the mountain, penetrate the wall, penetrate the every houses, etc. Without opening door, then he can go here and there according to his desire. He can go anywhere like bird. He can go anywhere like bird. Okay, then PATVH be Omoja Nimoja Nankaroti Sayadaw Udake. Then they can also sink into the water after creating the earth as water or like water. Okay, they can swim in the water, something like this. They can sink into the water. They can sink into the earth like the water. In the same way, they can also go on the water like on the earth. by using the psychic power. Akasepi Panlengena Kamati, that he can also fly in the sky like bird by any postures, okay? Then he can also create to touch the moon or suns with his hand. Even he can go to Deva war, Dhamma war within short times. These are the 80 PATVH, the miracles or psychic power. If a bhikkhu show this psychic powers to the one who has faith in the Buddhasāsana, then he saw this psychic powers of the bhikkhu, then he will also tell the other person who have no faith in the Buddhasāsana. What will happen? It is very wonderful. The bhikkhu create many body only, although he is alone. He can also create alone from many body. He can also sink into the earth like the water. He can also go on the water like the earth, on the earth. He can also fly in the sky like bird. He can also touch the moon and the sun with his hands without moving from his place. He can also go to Deva war or Dhamma war within short times. Then he can come back to his original place within short times with his psychic power. Then the other ones, okay, who don't have faith in the Buddhasāsana, then what will he say? He will believe what he is telling or not. Okay, he will not believe. He will criticize. He will criticize. What will he say? Atiko bo kandari nama vesa. There's a kind of knowledge or a kind of powers, namely Gandhari. Gandhari means, you know, in ancient time there's a one country, namely Gandhari, Gandhara country. There are some hermits in those countries. They have a kind of magical powers. With this magical power, they can also show such kinds of miracles. This is a kind of magical power, magic power. Okay. This Gandhara Gandhara hermit created such kinds of miracle in this country. Then he also teach to the other. He also show these miracles to the other. That's why this kinds of magical power is called Gandhara Vajja. So maybe this bhikkhu show the psychic power with this Gandhara magical power. Then he will criticize in this way. What will happen? If this bhikkhu is a noble persons or who has the highest concentration, then they don't believe on the bhikkhu. The one who criticize this bhikkhu who has sila, samadhi, panya, then there will be problem for the one who criticize him. That's why, because of this one, because of this reason, because of this danger, the Buddha dislike the Buddha reject, the Buddha despise such kinds of psychic power to show. Danger, the Buddha dislike, the Buddha reject, the Buddha despise such kinds of psychic power to show. Okay, then another one, Adesana Patihariya, the miracles of telepathy or the miracle of mind reading. Then he can read others' mind. Okay, Bhikkhu can read others' mind. Evam pite mano, etam pite mano. Your mind is associated with lobha, lust. Your mind is associated with the anger, dosa, etc. You are getting angry, you are happy, something like this. He can read others' mind. How to read others' mind with such kinds of magical power? Magical power. Okay, then here. If one bhikkhu read others' mind, they will criticize. They are reading others' mind using the magical power, magic power. Okay. That's why the Buddha dislike reading others' mind also. Okay, in Singarawa Sutta or Anguttara Nikaya, the Buddha mentions how they read others' mind. Okay, some when they meet someone in front of them, then by seeing a kind of sign around, then maybe it's then according to his reading, it is correct. So then they surprise. Oh, he can read my mind, he can read this person's mind, etc. This is a kind of magical power. Then another person, they also read others' mind by hearing maybe some person's human being's sound, or sometimes the spirit sound, sometimes maybe deity sound. Or by hearing their sound, then they can read the other person's mind. Your mind is happening like this, in this way. Then according to their reading, it is also correct. Then the other person surprised. Okay? Then sometimes the magicians can read others' mind. No, by seeing the sign of sentence or by hearing human beings, spirits, or devas sound. Only just by seeing his appearance. Or maybe he is thinking like this, he is thinking like this, he can guess. Then according to his power, then he can read others' mind correctly. Then the other person surprised. Okay? Then another person is he can read other person's mind with his concentration power. Concentration power, especially, okay, those who have attained Cetopriya Abhiñana or Prajita Vijanana Abhiñana. Okay, they have already practiced Cetopriya Abhiñana, reading others' mind, a kind of supernatural power. Then with this concentration, he can read others' mind. So there are many ways to read others' mind. Then this bhikkhu will read the other person's mind with his supernatural power. Okay, the miracles or mind readings. When he reads other person's mind with his supernatural power, then what will happen? The other persons were criticized. Okay. Okay, the one who believe in the Buddha's dispensation, when he know Bhikkhu is reading his mind accordingly, then he will test to the other person who don't believe in the Buddha's dispensation, the Buddhasāsana. Then the other person will criticize. He will not accept what he says. Okay? This is a kind of magical power. There's a Manika Nama Vajara, a kind of magical power. With this power, they can read others' mind. This bhikkhu is also reading others' mind using this magical power. Then if he criticizes this bhikkhu who have this, the miracles or reading others' mind, then what will happen? He will commit a lot of offense. If he accused the bhikkhus who have higher sila, samadhi, panya, then he will experience a lot of suffering. After passing away, he will also go to hell. Because of this reason, the Buddha disliked to read others' mind with Cetopariya Abhiññāna. Okay, reading supernatural powers, the miracle or mind readings. You understand? Okay, number 2. This is also the skin miracles. Then the third miracle is Anusasani Patihariya. Anusasani Patihariya, the miracles or instructions. What is the miracles or instructions? Evam Vitaketa, you should think like this. You should consider like this. Then me, okay, Pyapa Nekama Vitaka, Nekama Vitaka. You should think about to renounce the sensual pleasure or the whole world. Okay, you should try to think about other nations. You should try to think to go to the forest, to stay alone. This is called Nekama Vitaka. Abhyabhata Vitaka, you should also thinking about, okay? Abhyabhata Vitaka means not to kill living beings. You should also think about not to harm other beings. Avihimsa Vitaka. Okay, Avihimsa Vitaka, you should think about not to harm other beings, other people. Abhyabhata Vitaka, you should also thinking about, okay? Abhyabhata Vitaka means not to kill living beings. You should also think about not to harm other beings. Avihimsa Vitaka. Okay, Avihimsa Vitaka, you should think about not to harm other beings, other people. Evam Vitaketa. Okay, Abhyabhata Vitaka. Ma Evam Vitaketa. You should not think about like this. You should not consider like this. Kama Vitaka. Okay, you should not think about the enjoyment of sensual pleasure. Kama Vitaka. Abhyabhata Vitaka, you should not have the thoughts regarding killing living beings. Vihimsa Vitaka. Okay, you should not have a kind of thoughts regarding torturing others or harming others. The Buddha encouraged other people in this way. This is also Anusasani Parihariya, the miracles or instructions. Evam Manasi Karota, you should have such kinds of good intentions or good reflection. For example, Sabbe Sankhara Anicca, all formations are impermanent. Anicca, okay? Sabbe Sankhara Dukkha, all formations are suffering. Sabbe Dhamma Anatta, all Dhammas are non-self. Oh. Ma ewa manasa kata, you should not have such kinds of intentions. You should not have such kinds of intention or reflections. Whatever objects you see, this is beautiful. Nature, this is permanent. Sukha, this is happiness. Atta, this is self, soul, etc. Then Subha, this is a beauty, beautiful, etc. Actually, there's no nature, Sukha, Atta, Subha. Only Anicca, Dukkha, Anatta, and Asubha. So you should have the reflection as they really are. Or this is also the Buddha's instructions. And this is the miracles or instruction, Anusasani Patihariya. Then another one is Evam Bajahata. Okay, Evam Bajahata. Pinja Kama Gunika Ragam Bajahata. You should relinquish the attachments to sensual pleasure. You should abandon the attachment to sensual pleasure. Evam Ida Upasambeja. You should try to practice to attain Mega Phala Nibbana, to attain Supra Mande Dhamma. Oh, the Buddha instructed to bhikkhus. Then this is the miracles or instructions. Okay. Then there are also the many miracles or instructions taught by the Buddha, especially in previous sutta, Samanya Phala suttas. Okay. Then you understand the three miracles briefly. Number one is the Patihariya, the miracles or psychic power. Number two is the Anusasani Patihariya, the miracles or mind reading. Number three is Anusasani Patihariya, the miracles or instructions. So among these three miracles, the Buddha rejected, the Buddha disliked the first two miracles to show others persons. The Buddha prefers the last miracles, Anusasani Patihariya, the miracles of instructions. Okay? These three miracles, when the Buddha rejected, already the Buddha put the Vinaya root in Vinaya, not to show the psychic powers to the laypersons. One time, when the Buddha was dwelling in Rajagaha city, there's also Rajagaha city, one rich man in Rajagaha city. One day, he got the very chanda, chandavana, the very expensive wood. Then he has a kind of thinking. There are many master in this Rajagaha Chiti, like Purana Kasapa, Mekali Kosala, Ajita Kesta Gabla, Pakuta Kechayana, okay, Niganda Nata Buddha, Senjaya Bilata Buddha, etc. Or especially 6 famous master in Rajagaha city, they also declare as a Buddha or enlightened ones. Then they also confess they are Arahanta, they are Buddha, they are enlightened one, etc. Then there are also many other masters who declare as Arahanta. So if I make this chanda expensive wood as bowl, then put many, many food inside the boat and put at the door bamboo, very, very long, very tall bamboo. Okay? Then if they had psychic power, they can take the expensive wooden bowl as their own. Then according to his thinking, then he make this Chandawana as bamboo, the wooden bowl. Then he bought many delicious food inside the bowl and also many expensive things inside the bowl. Then put very tall, top of the very tall bamboo, maybe about 60 feet. So he announced in the cities, if there's an Arahanta who can fly in the sky, then they can take this wooden bowl, very expensive wooden bowl. Then our family also will respect this bhikkhu, will take refuge this bhikkhu as our teacher. And they announce in the city. Then many, the Purana Kasapa, Mekali Kosala, etc. Then they go, they come to his house and please offer this bowl to me. I don't want to show my secret power because of other things, because of this bowl. Then me, I am Arahanta, please offer this bowl to me. Then respect, believe in me, something like this. Then the rest person didn't agree. Okay, then the other master also comes, Ajita, Keta, Gabla, Niganda, Nada, Buddha, one by one, but the rest person didn't get. If you have psychic power, then fly in the sky and take this bowl. Then our family will believe in you, etc. Then finally, they cannot take this bowl. At that time, Venerable Moggallana and Venerable Pindola Bharadasa also preparing to go to the Rajagaha city for ask food. Then those Venerable have the news. Then Venerable Pindola Bharadasa encouraged Venerable Moggallana. Venerable Moggallana, you are the most powerful and psychic power. Then please go and take this bowl from the rest person's house. Then Venerable Moggallana also asked Venerable Pindola Bharadasa. Also Pindola Bharadasa, you go and take this bowl, showing your psychic powers. Then because of Venerable Moggallana's encouragement, then Venerable Pindola Bharadasa fly in the sky and show his psychic powers. Okay? around the Rajagaha city. Then the whole city saw Venerable Pindola Bhararaja's psychic powers. Even he took the very big stone with his foot. Okay. Then many people separate his psychic powers. Okay, many people freeze his psychic powers, and finally, then he took this very expensive wooden bowl. Then Rajagaha city rich persons invite Venerable Pindola Bhararaja to his house. Then the whole family believe in the Buddhasāsana. Okay, not only that, this family, many people in the city also came to Venerable Pindola Bhararaja. Then there are a lot of great noise in the cities. Then the Buddha has the news. Why people are gathering in this Pindola Bhararaja's place. Then the Buddha also heard the news. Then the Buddhas called Venerable Pindola Bhararaja. Then he scolded Venerable Pindola Bhararaja. Okay, why you show the psychic powers to lay persons? Because of this wooden bowl. Then the Buddha also says, because of money, for example, prostitute, they show their hiding place because of money. In the same way, because of this boat, you show the psychic power. Then, since this time, the Buddha laid down one Vinaya rules for bhikkhus. You know, 80 Pati Hariyan, that's a Daban, your that's a Apati Tokati. Okay, this one is a bhikkhu cannot show the psychic powers to lay persons. If they show the psychic powers to lay persons, then they will get Dokata Apati. Oh, what is this one? Okay, the commentary mentions this psychic power is not referred to a data neti. There are two kinds of powers. Okay, a data neti and vikopaneti. A data neti, he is only one, but he can create many others' body, the same like his appearance. Oh, this is a kind of a data neti. He can determine like this. He can fly in the sky with his original body. This is also a data neti. Actually, if there's the reasons, the Buddha allowed to use such kinds of psychic powers. But Vikopaneti, another kind of ATS, he creates, for example, other beings. Bhikkhu, he himself as bhikkhus, but he creates as elephant, or as external body, something like this. Okay, he creates as tiger, he creates as army, etc. But he shows himself, then he creates another animal. This is also still allowed. But he hides his original body, but he creates as dragon, elephant, tiger, or army, etc. Then such kinds of psychic power is called Vikopaneti, or the Buddha didn't allow such kinds of psychic power to show. Then psychic power to show. Or then if someone show without any reason, there will be Dokata Apati. Okay? With this Vinaya rule already prevented not to show the psychic power. Because of this reason, the Buddha also rejected Kevada rich person's request. Then one time, Venerable Devadatta, he made schism in the Sanghas. Then he brought 500 bhikkhu to Gaya Sisa place from Rajaga's city. That time, the Buddha asked Venerable Sariputta and Venerable Moggallana to bring back those bhikkhus to the Buddha. Then Venerable Sariputta and Venerable Moggallana went to Gaya Sisa place to meet with those bhikkhus. Then Venerable Moggallana used those kinds of, the miracles, Adi Patihariya and Anusasani Patihariya. Venerable Moggallana usually use these two kinds of miracles. Venerable Moggallana show a kind of psychic powers to those bhikkhus. Then they revere, they admire Venerable Moggallana. When their mind are soft, when their mind are gentle, when they love Venerable Moggallana, that time he talked the Dhamma to those bhikkhus. Then there will be Anusasani Patihariya, the miracle or instructions. Okay, he showed psychic power. There will be Adi Patihariya, the miracle of psychic power. After that, he preached the Dhammas to those bhikkhus. There will be Anusasani Patihariya, the miracle of instructions. Then, after giving Dhamma talk, at the end of Venerable Moggallana's Dhamma talk, then all 500 bhikkhus became Sotapanna. That time, Venerable Sariputta also read their mind. Or there will be Adesana Patihariya. Then after reading their mind, then he also preached the Dhammas to those bhikkhus. At the end of Venerable Sariputta's Dhamma, then they all became Arahanta. Okay, so Venerable Moggallana used Adi Patihariya and Anusasani Patihariya. Venerable Sariputta used to use Adesana Patihariya and Anusasani Patihariya. Then when they became Arahanta, then they brought those 500 bhikkhus to the Buddha. His disciples to like or to prefer Anusasani Patihariya, the miracles or instructions. So there are also many the miracles or instructions in the Buddha's dispensation. Then we will talk about these miracles in next talk. Okay? By understanding the miracles or the Buddha's the miracles and the Buddhasāsana, then may be able to follow the Buddha's instructions, especially Anusasani Patihariya. Okay, the miracles or instructions. By following this miracles or instruction, sure you will escape from the suffering. That okay, here the commentary mentions the two miracles. The first two miracles, when they have such kinds of miracle, this is only just for them, not for others. Only just for them, not for others. But the last miracle, Anusasani Patihariya, is not only just for oneself. When they preach the Dhammas to others, they can also follow, they can also practice, then they can also obtain a lot of benefits. Okay, so 80 Patihariya and Adisna Patihariya, the first two miracles has a lot of dangers. Because of this reason, they cannot last for long times. Even now also very difficult to find the ones who have such kinds of psychic power. Is it? Then, because of this reason, they are not for liberations or samsara. Anusasani Patihariya, the last miracles, the miracles or instructions, has no danger. Because of this reason, it can last for a long time. Even until now, we can practice the Buddha's instruction. Is it? You can also practice the Buddha's instruction. Briefly, Sila Samadhi Panya. Is it? It can last for a long time. Because of this reason, it can also helpful. It can be helpful to escape from the wrong or rebirth. That's why the Buddha dislike the first two miracles. The Buddha prefer the less miracles, Anusasani Patihariya. Okay, then by knowing three miracles and the Buddha's intentions, may be able to practice the Buddha's instruction. And practicing the Buddha's instruction, may be able to attain Nibbana as soon as possible. Okay, sadhu. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Sadhu.